What is up, guys? So you want to be a trucker. You want to get your CDL. You don't know what school to go to. So hopefully I am able to help you out with a short video here on the school that I chose. I did Southwest truck driving trainer, and it was out of Phoenix, Arizona. There's 3 schools. I think there's one in Tucson, Arizona, and then Las Vegas, Nevada. So my experience with Southwest was amazing, to be honest with you. The first 2 weeks are a little hard, I guess. Not so much mentally, it's just, or physically, it's just, you're in classroom time. So there's 3 options that you can do is weekend classes, and then there's night classes, and then there are weekday classes. And I had chosen the weekday classes to get through as quickly as I could. And so it was 6 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. And it's a 4-week class, and that was the quickest time frame to get through your CDL. And so the first week, I will tell you, you're getting you're going through the DOT book, DMV book, to try to get your permit, so you're able to drive with the instructors, or whoever is teaching the class. So yeah, so the first week was just all about general knowledge, air brakes, and combination, which is going to be on your DMV permit test. And so it was really simple. If you do your studying and you get in there and you do what you're supposed to, then you should have no problem getting, at least your permit. Second week we set in was the hardest. You're watching a lot of videos. The videos, I will say, could be updated a little bit. And you're doing trip planning and, like I said, a lot of videos. So that was the roughest. And once you get past your first 2 weeks, and now you've already gotten your permit after the first week, the third and fourth week you start driving. And the start of the third week, you start learning your pre-trip, and then you do half the day learning. You're doing the pre-trip, and then the other half you're doing backing maneuvers, or you're doing driving. So it all depends on your instructor, and it's all scheduled. Outside of that, that's pretty much it. So I had a great crew. I was able to pick. You're able to pick your own classmates if you work good together, and you don't have to. I mean, it's just optional. So I was able to pick a couple of the students, or my classmates, that worked out really well, and we happened to be one of the better teams out there. And so once you get into your third week, then you're paired up into a group of 4, and that will be your new group until the end. And so you want to, encourage each other and work together. And I'll tell you, it makes your life a lot easier. So, like I said, the third week, we go over your pre-trip every single day. Every first thing in the morning, you're going to go over the pre-trip, and you're going to do it again and again and again. And, because you only got literally about 7 days to learn it. And so you go over it every day a few times. And then once you guys get done with that, my instructor, he had us one person do the full pre-trip by themselves after about the 3rd day, I believe, 3rd or 4th day. And then each other day, every day after that, somebody new would do it. So outside of all that, it was great. It was a great experience. Something I've never, I don't know, I'm not a mechanically inclined kind of guy. So I learned a lot, and so I would definitely recommend this school. And it was a good time for sure. And I'm glad I went. It's the 4th week. fourth and final week, we're there for 4 days, Monday through Thursday. The first 3 days, you just continue. You're working, you're tightening up your skills, your backing skills. You do three backing maneuvers that you have to do as a straight back. And if you can't straight back, then I don't know what to tell you. And then there's offset, and then there is parallel parking. Outside of all that, you practice them every single day, every day. And then you go out and you drive for the other half of the day. And once it comes down to test day, which is your final day, what they do is they give you a whole nother instructor, and he's the guy that tests you. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go out and you're going to be set a time that you're going to test on that last day. And then you're going to meet him and begin your testing. Once you complete, the first thing he's going to do is have you do the pre-trip and make sure you have the pre-trip down, because if you can't get past the pre-trip, you automatically fail, and you're going to have to come back a few weeks later, or a couple weeks later, or whenever they have time to schedule you in, because you got to keep in mind there's another class behind ours that starts the following Monday. So you have to be able to study and get this down. Like, I took that whole month, and I made sure that I was ready by the time that comes, because the last thing I want to do is spend the $5,000 to get the CDL and fail it and not get it. Like, that was not an option for me. So I made sure that I went out there and I did what I was supposed to do. It's 4 weeks for the rest of your life. That's the way I put it. And so you don't and like I said, if you study, you're fine. Everything works out. You're good to go, and you'll be fine. I was ready after my third week, I felt. So that last week was all downhill. It was just tightening up any kind of loose ends that you may be missing, or just getting better in your backing maneuvers or your driving skills. Outside of that, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, when test day comes, you do your pre-trip and make sure you get that all down. And once you pass that pre-trip, you move on to your backing maneuvers. And you don't have to be perfect. You're scored on a point scale. So if you mess up a little bit, it's okay. Just be able to fix it, and get it done. Once you pass that, then you go on your drive test. Your drive test takes about 30 minutes. It's going to take you around the city a little bit on their own little course. If you hit a curb, you automatically fail. So make sure that you do what you got to do. You're paying attention, and and you do what you're supposed to. You get back to the yard, to the school. He'll congratulate you, give you this piece of paper. You go down to the DMV, and they'll take your picture, and then you're ready to go. So that was my experience with Southwest. Once I got done, I wanted to take a couple weeks off just to kind of get back to normal. Sleep in a little bit. I live about 45 minutes away from the school, so I had to wake up every single day about 4:30 just so I can leave by 5, because it would take me a while to get there with traffic. So I would say it was great. I mean, got done with school, took a couple weeks off, and then I started searching for the company I wanted to work for. And let me tell you, they told me, one of the things they told me in the class the first 2 weeks was, you have to, your hardest decision that you're going to make once you pass your CDL is a company to work for. And so I blew that off like that was no big deal. But at the end of the day, that was the exact truth. Every company that you look for, if it's Snyder, some of the bigger companies like Swift, Snyder, Warner, they all have their own perks, and they have their own training systems, and they have their own little, things that make them better than the others. So you may like Snyder for their training, but you may like Warner for, their schedule or their routes. So it's about finding what works for you. And most companies are all going to pay about the same amount. Exactly. Really close, within $100 or so a week. So it comes down to get your experience, get out there, and find what works for you. Outside of all that, I would say, like I said, that's my input on Southwest, and I hope you guys follow my page, like and subscribe, and I'm gonna be getting out of here on the road soon and traveling the West a little bit. So I'll definitely be making more videos and just kind of showing you guys what it's about. And I hope you follow along, and if you're, like I said, if you're looking for a CDL school, I would definitely recommend Southwest. Roadmaster is a good school, I was told, but it's a little expensive. So Southwest was right in that that price range that you just throw on a credit card or pay in cash. And keep in mind, guys, no matter what you're going to pay, most bigger companies will reimburse you for whatever it costs. But if you go in with somebody like Swift, they'll actually teach you your CDL, or Night. I think Night Transportation does the same thing too. They'll put you through school. They're a school, get you your CDL, but then you're stuck with them for the next, I believe it's a year. I'm not sure. So anyways, but yeah, I would definitely recommend Southwest. And yeah, I hope you guys, hope this video is helpful. And if you have any questions, please leave me some questions in the below. And yeah, other than that, I'll be doing another video sometime soon on the company that I chose, why I chose them, and what route I decided to go with. So I hope you guys enjoy, and well, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.